Hey, what's up? This is Brian with adspend.com, and I'm making this quick video in my car, about to head into a personal training session with one of my functional patterns coaches. And I just got off a call with a client named Jordan, who's inside of my admin mastermind, and he is on track to hit his first $100,000 a month this month after working with us since October, where he was at 30K a month. And what's very interesting is on the call, we were very tactical in what we were telling him to execute to be able to stay consistent with his advertising. He's spending about $250 a day right now, and he's seeing the calls get booked. He's having the calls taken by himself because he's doing founder-led sales right now to prove out the actual scripting, the offer, the messaging, the sales process. And he's in the trenches doing the sales and the marketing, running his own ads with consulting and guidance from myself. And he's also managing his team. And he's hired a new an EA to help take a lot of the daily duties off his plate, like payroll, accounting, bookkeeping, tracking, data, a lot of the reports that his company uses for his agency with clients and with his own team. And I could tell he was very, very in the midst of the trenches. Like, you could see his body language was like he was tired. He was like, low energy a little bit, but he was very optimistic still. He was in the midst of the grind, as they say. And I wanted to make this video because I want to give you encouragement, just like I gave Jordan encouragement, that this right here, this feeling that you're experiencing on the path to your goal, right? In Jordan's case, it's not just to hit 100K a month with his business, but to be able to scale past that to 250K a month, 300K a month even, and then ultimately be able to exit his agency and sell it one day to be able to then, make an even bigger impact into what he wants to do next. And I was reminding him, I was like, dude, one thing I would love to remind you of is that, because he was like, what questions do you have for me? And I was like, honestly, dude, I would remind yourself to get outside right now and go touch grass and be super thankful for where you're at. He was in a beautiful villa in Marbella, Spain. He's originally living in Ireland, where, he has the ability now to go to a Spain villa in Marbella and be able to, live his life how he wants to with a team underneath him handling the day-to-day. And he's busy doing a bunch of things, right? So it does feel stressful at some times. And he's spent about, a couple grand on ads. He's getting the calls. None of them have closed yet, but he's doing the right actions. He's putting in the work, and he's building momentum, right? And as a result of that, right, the last few months, the ads for the last 2 months haven't really worked as well. He's gotten calls, but the deals haven't closed yet. So now he has to fine tune the sales process. And I was telling him, like, dude, you got to get the scripts in. He wasn't even recording his sales calls using Fathom, right, for an AI note taker. He wasn't even using a 2-call script that we use for our agency to close 15K deals. And I was like, these are the daily disciplines you need to do now, the habits you need to put in place, and the actions you need to take, and what you need to focus on, right? Because the marketing's working. So let's take our focus off of that as much and put it now on the sales side to close the cold traffic, which is a totally different skill set. Because once you can do that, successfully, and more than just once, and actually build at least 10 sales calls of yourself, then you can actually hire, a sales rep, and then train him to do exactly what you've already done. And then guess what? Now you have a setter and a closer, and now they're taking the sales calls for you. Now you have the EA taking all the day-to-day responsibilities off your plate with the data, the tracking, the systems, the processes. And now you have your CSM team who's running efficiently alongside you as well. Now you're just managing. Right now you're managing a business that's creating cash flow for you because you have a system and a process to get clients, which is paid ads, word of mouth, organic, outreach, as well as organic content on YouTube, all working together for his agency to consistently hit $100,000 months. And then a team underneath him to fulfill so he can actually scale and grow to his goals. Now, it didn't happen. It's not happening overnight, right? He's in the midst of the trenches right now, just like you might be as well. And I would encourage you, just like I encouraged Jordan, to take a step back, take a deep breath, and really feel immense gratitude right now for the position that you're in. Because these, my friend, are problems that just 5 years ago you used to dream about, you used to pray for, you used to wish you would have. And today, you're in the thick of it. You're in the trenches, on your hands and knees, crawling through, right? The rain, the storm, the stress, the anxiety, the worries, the work. And this is the moment you're going to be thankful for when you look back 3, 4, even 5 years from now and just, wow, amazed at how that was actually the journey that you were looking for. everything that you wanted was in this process right now, this feeling that you have. Like, that's the memories you're going to think about. Because once you achieve the goal, once Jordan exits the agency, right, once you get to 100K a month, 200K a month, whatever the course is for your life that you're trying to achieve in your business right now, you're going to be like, dang, okay, I'm here. And the fun was actually getting here. And so whatever it is that you have on your plate today, whatever your mind's thinking about, whatever you're worried about, whatever you're stressed over, whatever you're anxious about, I want to remind you some very simple words. And that is that you are already successful. If you are working towards a goal, a worthy ideal for your life, whether that's to make more money in your business, say for example, your agency, whether that's to, be better at sales, whether that's to run your team more efficiently, whether that's to be a good husband, good father, good son, good brother, good leader, all of those things wrapped in one even, if that's your worthy ideal, if that's your goal, and you're working towards it every single day with a positive attitude and remembering the journey that you're on and remembering that the destination isn't the goal, right? It's the day-to-day process, the day-to-day events that take place that you can embrace enthusiastically no matter what happens to you that makes it all worth it, then you, my friend, are already successful right here, right now. And this is what you need to enjoy. This is what you need to actually take time to feel grateful for. Because I forgot about this myself. I can tell you the last few months, I have been in my own head thinking negatively about everything that I've had and thinking about it as a bad thing versus a good thing. And what I had to remind myself of, just like I reminded Jordan, was to bring that enthusiasm, to bring that energy, to serve him at the highest level, to remind him of what he's doing, to remind him of how far he's come, to remind him of how just a few months ago he was at 30K months. Now he's about to hit his first 100K month since like last October in Dublin when he actually joined the mastermind. And this is what I've dreamed about being able to do myself as well. 5 years ago, I would have dreamed of having my own mastermind with my own clients, paying me to be able to help them by showing them what I've done in my life to get them similar results in theirs, in their business, right? From a place of just education and mentorship and leadership and servantship. And I have to remind myself this too today, because the last few months, the last few days, the last few weeks, I was in my own head. I was thinking negatively. I was like, poor me, like victim mentality, just total bullshit. And I reminded myself of how far I've come. I reminded myself of how when I was used to knocking doors all summer in college at Arizona State University to sell solar systems as well as home security, going door to door and knocking on random strangers' doors just to get them to buy something I truly didn't believe in. But now I have a product, I have a business, I have a service that I actually truly believe in, that actually helps people. And here I am taking it for granted. Here I am not giving what God has given me to actually use it for more service, to actually be thankful for it. I'm not grateful for it, so therefore I have lost some of it. Do you see what I am saying? I am saying to be grateful for all of it right now that you have in front of you, because if you cannot, God will not reward you with more. Brian, this is a message for you. This is a message for all of you that are watching too. Be grateful for what you have right now. Be enthusiastic for what you have right now. Be extremely present in the moment right now to be able to remind yourself that, holy shit, you are a lot farther there than you would have thought to be, because you had a goal in your mind to get to where you are today and you've lost sight of it. You haven't appreciated it. You've forgotten about it. I want to remind you to take some time today to take a step back, look how far you've come, and to continue focusing on your worthy ideal. You might be a lot farther than you think. You might have already been there. You might have already achieved it, and you might be looking for that next thing, like I have been recently. And if that's you, I want to encourage you to set a new goal, take the new steps, remind yourself of it every single day, and take a deep breath. You are already on path to being successful. Success is the progressive realization of a worthy ideal. And if this has been valuable to you, I would love to know. Have an amazing day. Let's have an amazing week. And if you're someone who wants to be around a community of other like-minded individuals, whether you have an agency, right, just like Jordan, who wants to learn from me and be able to work one-on-one with me more closely to get more hands-on help from someone who's, just a little bit farther ahead than you, then I'd love to help you. And you can click the link in the description and apply to join the Admin Mastermind to work with me one-on-one, where I can coach you twice a month, 30 minutes each, and also weekly on the collaboration calls, where everything's about the community and collaboration, not long, boring content. Everybody in the community is making upwards of $30,000 a month plus, on track to scale past $100,000 a month minimum in their businesses and create a business they actually like. Create a business that actually serves them versus them serving the business, right? A lifestyle business, a business that they actually love, with clients they want to work with. That's what I want to do. And I want to help people achieve that same thing. So that's you. I would encourage you to apply. But other than that, remind yourself, regardless, that you are a lot farther ahead than you might think, and to just keep going. You are already successful. Success is a progressive realization of a worthy ideal. So let's keep progressing. Let's keep going in the trenches. Let's keep holding each other accountable. Let's keep uplifting each other, and let's keep being positive, because this life's too short, man. Life's too quick. And if you don't wake up and realize it, you just might miss it. Talk soon.